All right, guys, we are back with the Screen Team. It's the second portion of our hour-long edition of the show. Kyle is off the phone. We got rid of Kyle. We brought some two lovely ladies in the studio to review a couple of horror films and one psychological film, I guess.
Yeah,
a bio,
something like that.
A biopic, I guess.
Almost like a documentary.
We've got Tracy and Sabrina in the studio. And Tracy, you've picked some movies for us. Why don't you go ahead and tell us what you got for us today?
The Experimenter, the Zombies, or the Boy Scouts Guide to the Zombie Apocalypse.
And
which one else are we doing today?
Paranormal Activity Ghost
right.
Dimension, which I think is the fifth one in the series.
It's actually the sixth.
The sixth one.
Yeah, that thing.
My goodness. All right, so ladies, let's start off with Scout's Guide to the Zombie Apocalypse. This is a film that came out around Halloween last year, and it kind of plays on the Zombieland kind of humor. It's what is it? It's about three Boy Scouts, correct?
Yes.
And these three Boy Scouts, they are they're kind of nerds, right?
Right. Two of them don't want to be anymore. They're ready to break free.
They're ready to grow up and meet girls and right. all that kind of stuff, correct?
Yes, but the third one, Augie, he's ready to be like his own scoutmaster now. The Scoutmaster Reynolds, I think was the guy's name. Like, he really looked up to him, and he was ready to take on the responsibilities, and it all comes in handy.
It does, because the zombie apocalypse happens.
Yes.
And it's happening while they're, like you said, the one guy's trying to get his last badge, and the other guys, they don't want nothing to do with it anymore. They want to move on. But while this is going on, the zombie apocalypse happens. And luckily, they meet a young lady who is
very resilient.
Yes. She works at an adult entertainment facility, and she is she can take care of herself.
She a pole dancer?
No, she's a cocktail waitress.
She's a cocktail waitress.
That too.
Yes.
Okay.
So we got pretty much the gist of the story down. Zombie apocalypse happens. These three friends and the young lady try to save the world, yada, yada, yada. What did you think about this film, Tracy?
I loved it. It's got adult humor, so don't... There was scenes
She's like, don't judge me.
There was scenes where my kids were trying to watch, and I was like, oh, wait, no, you probably better walk away for this one.
Right.
But, Mom...
Those were the funniest scenes. Yeah, if you don't like adult humor, don't watch this.
Because it has a lot of it in there. It has adult language, it has some nudity in it, stuff like that. So
and sexual content.
Yes, because it's three young guys on the cusp of going on to manhood.
They're pretty old Boy Scouts, okay? This is not your second and third grade Cub Scout Boy
Correct.
Scouts.
They're teenagers.
They're not Weeblos or whatever you call them.
Well, and that's why the two want to move on and stop and quit the Boy Scouts. And it turns out the one that was he had like every badge there was, and he was really taking care of business there at the end. Built a bomb and
used all his skills.
Makeshift weapons that worked really well.
Yeah. There was one scene in this movie that I thought was just really, really creative. And for all our listeners out there, I'm going to get a little bit graphic, so you might want to turn down your radio for a second. But, we have shows like Walking Dead, and we've seen other zombie things. And, you're supposed to take care of the zombie with the head. You're supposed to either cut the head off or, whatever. But there was a scene where they're in the bar, and the zombie's attacking one of the kids or whatever, and it looks like the zombie's going to get him. And there's a scene where he sees a broken bottle of liquor.
Oh, gosh.
And he takes a broken bottle of liquor, which has one of those nozzles on there. So he stabs the zombie in the head, and all the blood starts rushing through the nozzle like it would a liquor bottle. I thought that was really, really creative and really fun.
Yes, I liked that scene.
But yeah, this movie's got blood, it's got language in it and stuff like that. But either I'm getting really, really old, or maybe this movie wasn't that good. But I did not care for the movie that well, and I think maybe if I was 15 years younger, I probably would have. This would have been something my friends and I would have really, really enjoyed. Or maybe just because I watched it by myself. And, because usually when you watch a film with other people,
Yeah.
you feed on their laughter and stuff like that. So that might have been my issue with it, that I didn't have a group of people to watch it with.
I normally don't like this campy kind of humor.
Mm-hmm.
Stuff like Shaun of the Dead and that.
Mm-hmm.
I love that show.
See, that's not
It's my favorite.
That's not my thing normally.
Well, that's also more British humor, too.
But I do like Misfits. That
Mm-hmm.
is my show. But and the IT Crowd for some reason, which was actually had no plot whatsoever, but I liked it.
Mm-hmm.
But this, I don't know. I'm just in a good mood today, and I just laughed myself silly through the whole movie.
Well, good.
The scene, and I won't get into details, but where he's hanging out the window and he's trying not to fall onto the trampoline, I could not stop laughing.
So the movie is called Scout's Guide to the Zombie Apocalypse. You can find it on DVD. Remember, it is rated R for language and some nudity and sexual references. So you can find it on DVD. Coming up after the break, we're going to review another DVD film. It's called The Experimenter. We'll get to that next on KWOC.